Hello again. We're back at it with another video. Now this is how to use the law of attraction, and I revised it in my own way in a gratitude journal. This version came from The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. I highly recommend that book, and this is a lovely practice, by the way. If you just take a book and you revise it, make it your own. It's a great way to practice gratitude. Of course, self-help books that you will learn something. You can, and any book that you bring into your life, you could always cater it to what's going on in your life at the moment and what you need to bring about. But anyways, this is before your very eyes. Before your very eyes. This world, after all our science and sciences, is still a miracle. Wonderful, magical, and more to whosoever will think of it. When I first discovered the secret, or the law of attraction, and the magical power of gratitude, basically, this is gratitude. Magical power of gratitude. I made a list of all of my desires. It was a long, detailed list of all my desires. Nevertheless, I had my desires written, and I was writing in my journal. I've been writing in my journal every single day. Whenever there was an opportunity, I wrote, giving as much gratitude for each desire as I possibly can, as though it was already received. With all the desires written, the desires I wanted more than anything else, I kept it constantly in my mind. And I would say the magic words, thank you, for all of it multiple times in a day, and feel as if it had come true. One by one, every desire on the desire journal magically appeared before my very eyes. As I received my desires, I would just continue to add more. As a story from the author, Rhonda Byrne. One of her desires from her original list was to travel to Bora Bora near Tahiti. This is her story, okay? I included it to share with you all, but okay. The list was to travel to Bora Bora near Tahiti. After spending a beautiful week at the exact place in Bora Bora where she had listed, another beautiful thing happened. She was flying to the mainland on Tahiti on her way home when the airplane stopped en route to pick up passengers. The flight had been emptied, but it filled to the brim with native Tahitians, and suddenly laughter and smiling faces and happiness that was plausible throughout the whole plane, and it surrounded her. As she enjoyed the short flight with these beautiful people, it became crystal clear to the reason why she was so happy. They were grateful. They were grateful to be alive. They were grateful to be on the plane. They were grateful for why they were doing this and where they were going. They were grateful for everything. She could have stayed on the plane and traveled around the world with them. It felt so good to be with them. And then it stuck to her mind that she had just received her final desire. Bora Bora was the last desire on her original list, and the reason she was on that plane was before her very eyes. Gratitude. I shared this story as an inspiration for you because no matter how big your desires seem to be, you can receive them through gratitude. Even more than that, gratitude will bring a joy and happiness to your life that you've never felt before, and that is truly priceless. From the time she began using gratitude and the law of attraction, of the time she received her final desire on her original list was 4 years. To give you an idea of the enormousness of receiving all her desires in that amount of time when she created her desire list, her company was $2 million in debt, and she had 2 months before she would be forced to shut it down and lose her house and everything she owned. The money she owned on her personal credit cards was a small fortune, and yet on her desire list was to own a big, but that was on her desire list. So I'm going to talk about my desire list. See, that's how you use it. That's how you use the law of attraction. On the list was a big house overlooking the city, to travel to exotic places, to have paid all of the debts, to expand this company, to restore every relationship to the best that it could be, improve the quality of family life, to be 100% healthy and have unlimited energy and excitement for life, along with the usual list of material things. And the number one desire, which seemed like an absolute impossibility to many people around, was to bring joy to millions of people through this work. Is to bring joy through millions of people in this work. The rest of the desires, I am sure, will magically follow one by one. As they appear, as I've written all of this and it has appeared before my very eyes, at the start of each day, take your desires you created, read through each sentence and desire on your list, and imagine and visualize that you received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can as if you have it now. Carry your desire list with you today in your pocket, or at least on 2 occasions in a day, take out your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude for each one as you can, as though you received it. If you want your desires to come more quickly, I would highly recommend that you carry your desire list with you in your wallet or purse, or from this day forward. Finished. On to the next one. Or from this day forward, whenever you have time, open it up and read through it and feel as much gratitude as you can for each one. When your desires appear before your eyes, cross them off and add more. And if you visualize this and it all really works, each time you cross off your desire, you will be in tears of joy, because what seemed impossible was made possible through the magical power of gratitude. Before your very eyes, remember to count your blessings. At the end of each blessing, say thank you 3 times. Or just repeat it, and feel as grateful as you can for each blessing. At the start of each day, start your gratitude immediately upon waking. Read through each sentence and desire and visualize and imagine that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can. Carry your desires with you, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can. Now, always, before you sleep, practice gratitude and repeat all of the blessings that had happened that day. That's how to use the law of attraction for magnificent outcomes. I want to go ahead and continue on here. This is my new journal. The magical air you breathe. It is quite possible to leave your home for a walk in the early morning, or just leave your home at any time and return a different person, enchanted. Now, as my life has changed from using gratitude, the things I thought about became an absolute miracle to me. Now, opening my eyes and thinking about the bigger picture and wondering in the wonder of the universe, as the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. These words should make you think more and more about the bigger picture. It's not an accident that there's a protective atmosphere surrounding us and that beyond it, there is no air or oxygen. It's not an accident that the trees give off oxygen to our atmosphere so it's continually replenished. It's not an accident that our solar system is perfectly placed and that if we were anywhere else in the galaxy, we will most likely be devastated by cosmic radiation. There are thousands of parameters and ratios that support life on Earth. All of them are on a knife edge, and their fine-tuning is so critical that a fraction of a difference in any of the parameters and ratios would make life unlivable on planet Earth. It is difficult to believe any of these things could have happened by accident. It would seem that they were perfectly designed, perfectly placed, perfectly balanced for us, with the realization that all of these things may not be accident, and that the balance of every single microscopic element surrounding Earth and on Earth is in perfect harmony to support us. You will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life because all of it has been done to sustain you. The magical air that you breathe is not an accident or a fluke of nature. When you think about the enormousness of what it takes to take place in this universe for us to have air, and then you take a breath, breathing air into your body becomes breathtaking in every sense of the word. We take one breath after another, giving thought to the fact that there is always air for us to breathe. Oxygen is one of the most plentiful elements in our body. And as we breathe, it feeds every cell in our body so that we can continue to live. The most precious gift of our life is air, because without it, none of us would last more than a few minutes. When you first begin to use gratitude's magical power, you may use it for a lot of personal things you want, and it will work. But it is when you begin to be grateful for the real gifts in life, that you will experience the ultimate power of gratitude. The more grateful you become for a sunset, a tree, the ocean, grass, your life, the people in it, the material things that you ever dreamed of will pour down upon you. You see why it happened that way? When we could feel truly grateful for the precious gift of life, nature, like the magical air we breathe, we have reached one of the deepest, most possible levels of gratitude. And whoever has that deep level of gratitude will receive absolute abundance. Today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving inside your body and feel the joy of breathing it out. Take 5 full breaths in and out 5 different times today. And after you've taken each breath, say the magic words thank you for the magical air that you do breathe, and be as genuinely grateful as you can for the precious life-giving air that you breathe. It is best if you could do this magical practice outside so you can really feel the appropriate and the appreciateness of the magnificence of fresh air. You can close your eyes while taking deep breaths, or you can do it with your eyes open. You can do it while you're walking, waiting in line, shopping, or anywhere at any time you want. The important thing is to deliberately feel the air, the feeling of the air going in and out of your body, breathing the way you would naturally breathe, because this magical practice is all about your gratitude for the air you breathe. If you're taking bigger breaths, it helps to make you feel more gratitude, then do that. If it helps you to make a sound, or mentally say the magic words thank you as you breathe the air out, then do that. If you want, you can also do a variation of this practice in the future. By imagining you're breathing in your gratitude and filling yourself up with every breath you take. In ancient teachings, it is said that when a person reaches the point of being deeply grateful for the air that they breathe, their gratitude will be reached to a new level of power, and they will have become the true alchemist who can effortlessly turn every part of their life into gold. Now remember tonight, count your blessings, writing why you're grateful, and at the end of each blessing say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful as you can. Now think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving in and out of your body and feeling the joy of breathing. After you deliberately breathe, say thank you for the magical air that you do breathe. Be as grateful as you can for the precious life of giving air that you breathe, and always remember before sleep to practice your gratitude and your blessings for the best things that happen during the day. You know what? I'm going to continue on here because I have a lot to go. The magic wand. Today's magical practice will show you how you can use life's real magic wand. Excuse me. Magic wand to help others. When you really want to help another person, you have immense power. You have immense power with gratitude. You really do have a magic wand when you can help people you care about. Energy flows where your attention goes, and so when you direct the energy of gratitude towards another person's needs, that's where your energy goes. This is the very reason why Jesus said, thank you before he performed a miracle. Gratitude is an invisible but real force of energy. And coupled with energy of your desire, it is just like having a magic wand, like Harry Potter. You are walking, now just imagine you're a walking magic wand. You're walking magic. Anyways, you can use the invisible force of gratitude to help them with their health, wealth, and happiness. To wave your magic wand for others' health, imagine that person's health has been fully restored, and say the magic words thank you and ever felt celebration of receiving the news that he or she is full of health again. You can imagine the person is calling you to give you the news, or you can imagine them telling you in person, and you really see and feel your reaction. When you can feel as grateful now as you would when you heard the news that the person's health has been fully restored, it will guarantee that the gratitude you feel is sincere and as powerful as it can be. To wave your magic wand to help someone you love with their health, wealth, or whatever they may need, follow the same magical practice and be as grateful as they can with their health and wealth as they needed it right now. Imagine their wealth has been fully restored. It is done, and you're saying the magic words thank you because you just received the amazing news. Wave your magic hand. Wave your magic hand by giving thanks for the happiness or for their health, wealth, and happiness together. If you know a person is going through a tough time, but you don't know what they specifically need or if they need help in more than one area, you can follow that magical practice. Choose 3 people. you care about who are currently in need of health, wealth, or happiness, or all three. Get a photograph of each person if you have one. With each person, close your eyes and visualize yourself receiving the news that the person has been fully restored with whatever they need. Excuse me. It is much easier to visualize yourself receiving the news. You will feel more excitement and gratitude if you involve yourself in your visualization. Open your eyes and with the photograph still in your hand, say the magic words, thank you. Slowly 3 times for that person's health, wealth, and happiness, or whatever combination they need. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the health and wealth and happiness. Waving the magic wand, sending wealth, health, and happiness to all. You can also use this powerful practice when you're walking down the street or going about your day and you notice someone who may need help. Imagine you have a magic wand in your hand or in your mind and wave it by giving heartfelt thanks for the health, wealth, and happiness, and know that you have set the real force of energy into motion, using gratitude to help someone else with his or her health, wealth, and happiness you wish for others is the single and greatest act of gratitude you could possibly perform. One of the magical things about it is that when you use health and wealth and happiness for others, you also bring yourself, and you remember, you also bring it to yourself. What you wish for others is what you wish for yourself. Remember to count your blessings, writing why you're grateful, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you 3 times and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. And for the practice, now choose 3 people you care about most and who you would like to help with more health, wealth, and happiness. Finding photos of them, visualize the person's health, wealth, or happiness being fully restored, and you're receiving the news, and that you're receiving the news. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you all. It's health, wealth, and happiness. And remember to repeat your gratitude. Okay, this is it for right now's video. I want to say thank you, and of course we're going to continue on until our next video. Like and subscribe. That's what they all ask, right? That's how the YouTube thing works. Sometimes I feel like you may not even have to ask for things. It should be automatic.